Hey, welcome to my channel, Seeing Blind. As a visually impaired mom, you know I am always looking for tips and recommendations that make life with a disability a little easier. So today I'm going to review and demonstrate the Amazon Fire TV Cube 2nd generation and its accessibility feature, Voice View. That way, if you're like me, you have a disability, or you know someone with a disability, you can see how this device can work for them to make life a little easier. First, guys, let's talk setup. So this is not an instructional setup video. You will need to do that on your own. For this demonstration, I do already have my cube right over here set up, loaded with my favorite apps. Our accounts are signed in, my cable streaming service is already ready to go, so let's just get into features. Of course, its primary feature is you can control your TV and soundbar using voice commands alone, just like you would the Amazon Echo. This in and of itself is brilliant for me. As someone with a visual impairment, I don't have the added stress and frustration throughout my day looking for the remote or trying to find it when someone has misplaced it or the kids have taken off with it and it's stuck in a toy somewhere and it takes me days to find it. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can easily still control my TV using my voice from anywhere in my TV room and even from my kitchen across the room. So that right there is worth the money for me. The second added feature that's great in my opinion is it's also an Amazon Echo. So when your TV is on, you can ask it questions and play with it just like you would an Amazon Echo, and it uses your TV speakers. So if you're playing music, it will play music through your TV. Great. Sometimes I do like to have my TV off when I'm playing music. So my one complaint is the built-in speaker, just like the regular basic Amazon Echo, this built-in speaker is not great quality. So when my TV is off and I still want to jam in my house, I still use another Amazon Echo in the corner that does have a good quality built-in speaker, and I can jam still without my TV on. So there is that little tweak in there that could use some improvement. Now let's get into the feature of voice commands themselves. So you can choose your own wake word just like with the Amazon Echoes. And of course my husband decided to choose our cube wake word as computer. So you will hear it come on anytime I say our wake word. So first let's start with just going home. So you want to say, computer, go home. This will automatically take you to the main page, which when you use your wake word, you can say TV on or TV off. When your TV comes on, it will automatically pull up your main menu, which is basically the same as the Amazon Fire Stick if you are familiar with that device. From here, you can launch any of your apps using your voice by saying the wake word and open Disney Junior or open Hulu. Currently, our cable streaming service is through Hulu because I know for sure it is compatible with the Cube, and the Voice View also works well within that app. I believe YouTube TV is also soon to be coming to the Cube, where you can stream your cable channels through the YouTube TV service, and Voice View should also work with that. Next, let's just go ahead and play around with these voice commands. You can see how it works. I'll just go through some of the basics so you can see just generally how this thing works. Computer, go home. Computer, open Disney Plus.
Here's Disney Plus.
And so this was the last screen I was on in the app, so it goes straight to this. And then when you want to make a selection, you simply say computer select. And here you go. Computer go back. Computer scroll left. Computer select. So if you want to go straight to a channel using your streaming service, you can go straight there. Computer, tune to Disney Junior on Hulu. And there you go, easy peasy. So you really don't even have to open the app to tune to the channel you want. It'll do it automatically for you, no buttons pushed. Great. Computer, go home. So you also can do volume by saying volume up, volume down. You can say a specific number if you're familiar and comfortable with a specific volume setting, such as volume 10, volume 8, and so on. You can go into settings and specifically set how many intervals it jumps when you ask for volume up. For example, if you say volume up, you can set whether it jumps up 3 notches or 1 or 5. You can set all those settings and it's great. So that's a little bit of the basic commands that I use typically on a day-to-day basis with my Cube. That's without voiceover. If I want to actually look in more detailed screen information, I will turn on Voice View. Voice View is an accessibility feature. It is very much like VoiceOver that you see on Apple products. Amazon just calls it Voice View. So let's get into the Voice View feature. You are going to need your remote to turn on and off the Voice View feature easily. Once it is on, you will hear it talking a lot in the background. It basically will read all the selections and detailed information for you. This helps me if I'm trying to specifically search for something. I don't have to get up super close to the TV to make my selection. So I do find this feature very, very helpful, and it's also pretty accurate. So let's get into it. To turn on Voice View, you're going to grab your remote, and the first row of 3 buttons right under the circle, you are going to push the outside buttons, that button on the far left, which is the back button, and the button on the far right. You're going to hold them down for 5 seconds to turn Voice View on. And there you go, it'll say Voice View ready. So now you will make a selection, and so for here, say I'm going to search YouTube. Computer, search YouTube for funny cat videos.
Getting that from YouTube.
So I don't have to open the app, it will do it for me, and it'll automatically go to the search page and begin reading my selections.
Life awesome, 10 minutes.
There you go. How about computer, scroll right. And there you go, it scrolled over and it's going to read this selected information to me, and I could decide if I want to watch it or not by saying the wake word and hit select. Computer, go home. Alright, to turn Voice View off, you're going to hit those same 2 buttons again, the far left, the far right on the first row of those 3 buttons. You're going to hold it down for 5 seconds, roughly 5 seconds. And there you go, you will hear it cue you by saying Voice View exiting. So that's a little bit about Voice View. It does work through the majority of my apps. There are a few it does not work very well on. Just as if on Apple devices, sometimes the voice-over feature doesn't work within certain websites. Same kind of thing here. That's just going to take a little extra time, I think, for some of these providers to get the correct information so that the Voice View can read it. Otherwise, guys, I am extremely happy with the Cube. I give it a 2 thumbs up. It makes my life much more convenient and less stressful and less frustrating as someone with a disability. A lot of people do find it more tedious because you do have to be a little more patient and waiting for it to understand your words, and you might have to make some extra verbal commands here and there. Otherwise, guys, I do find it very helpful as someone with a disability. I don't have an extra frustration of trying to find the remote, which just irks me sometimes. If you're like me, I want to be able to do what I need to do when I want to do it. So I don't mind the extra verbal commands every now and then, or the time it might take to do that. So that's just my opinion, guys. Hopefully you will find this device helpful as well. If this video was helpful to you guys, please hit that like button so I know you benefited from it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can catch future videos on tips and recommendations for those of us with disabilities and visually impaired parenting, all that. So that's it for me, guys. Take care.